they tried to sell the Dolph footage and put it up for auction for everybody to bid on. And somebody from CMG came and raised their hand and bid over $1.3 million to obtain the Young Dolph footage that we're never going to be able to see. This is the thing that I'm talking about, man. If you guys want to get the justice for Young Dolph, go ahead and put the Dolph emoji in the comment section. Let me know where y'all from and who you rocking with, man. Let's get it started, bro. And so at the end of the day, the whole footage that came out, it should have went directly released to the public so that they could try to help and find out. Everybody knows who exactly that did this, man. Memphis is a small town, and people, the word gets around quick because people started talking, and this is why a lot of people ended up getting pulled into this whole entire mess. You seen how the people got dropped that's closely related to the people that's in the situation, and this is the main reason why everybody knows who exactly did it, and that's why it's so critical for them to actually round up everyone in Memphis and sweep it, because they know that the people got the information out there. This is the main reason why they took in a lot of CMG members to the interrogation room in the Shelby County precinct, because the feds know, they know exactly what happened. They know who did this for Yo Gotti. They know who took the money from over here to over there to try to put it on Young Dolph's head. Mia J said herself that somebody tried to put $100,000 on Young Dolph's head, and this is the thing that sparked the whole thing, because you gotta understand, since the last time they tried Young Dolph, nobody had pulled any fast moves or any fast stunts. Dolph went to the cookie shop in the white truck like earlier on in that year, in that same year, and nobody did anything, except we saw how the Raven cookie shop girl ran out the door with her phone to record Young Dolph's face, as if she was told to do that, like it was her job or something like that. Because why wouldn't she record or take pictures when Dolph was inside the shop, like buying the cookies the first time that he went to the cookie shop earlier in July that same exact year? And so it must have been that she must have told somebody Dolph was here. Then before he left, like right there 5 minutes later, she got a text saying go get the picture of what he's driving or what he's looking like and everything like that. This is when everybody started dropping the low on Young Dolph, because hey, people were hurting. It was broke times, man. People needed money, and this is exactly what CMG knew. And so this is why they started putting the money on Dolph's head. They knew that the people out there, they couldn't get no more bread. The loans was done, and everything was basically coming to a halt, because it was all moving slow. Like the whole motion was moving slow, and then people started like looking at the fact that there was $100,000 on Dolph's head, and they actually took action because they knew for a fact that they wasn't gonna get no other opportunity. It's sad that people have to resort to this type of thing, man, because Young Dolph, he was trying to teach people to stay out the streets and not do that type of stuff. He could teach people how to get millions and millions of dollars and everything. So this is why a lot of people got a lot of love for Young Dolph. If you guys support Young Dolph and y'all some Dolph fans, comment down below. Let me know where y'all from, what city. Put the Dolph emoji, put King of Memphis, put the crown, because man, people got to realize that this whole thing is a revolving door situation. Keyglock, he knows for a fact that it's a lot of people in his own town that was basically preying on their downfall. This is why you can't trust anybody, man. Even though Young Dolph was the king of Memphis, there was a lot of people that was behind the scenes that was actually trying to take him out and praying for his downfall. They didn't want him to win. This is what made him like mad, jealous, greedy, and everything like that, because they knew that he was bringing in the M's, and basically since they chose to join Yo Gotti's side, they were ultimately like not able to flip and join in on the Dolph, man, because a lot of people, they picked and choose who they was going to support. They knew what they was getting themselves into, and now this whole thing happened with Yo Gotti and Young Dolph beef, and it should have just stayed between the two of them. But at the end of the day, you know that Yo Gotti wasn't going to go and slide and do anything like himself. Actually, this is why they started looking at his brother, and his brother ended up getting hit up. They even caught who the hitter was for blacyoungsta's brother, but he's not gonna say anything like that. He's not gonna give up no names or nothing like that, because he knows there's a street code out there that a lot of people are following, and this is why it's taken a long time to get the justice for Dolph. But the main thing is Govan Hernandez already dropped the dime on a lot of people from CMG. He was the main informant the whole entire time, because y'all gotta remember when he got picked up in LA for the last time Dolph got hit in the arm, this is when the feds gave him a proposition. They gave him a proffer agreement and told him him that if he keeps tabs on Yo Gotti and his brother during the next coming up years, they're going to be able to basically drop off one of his like charges that he had in the past. And then this is what made them release him, because how do you go from being the mastermind to getting out? And because he gave up like the information on bigjook and Yo Gotti, this is how the feds were planning on finally capturing a lot of people, because they actually got the mob boss law that says that the RICO Act means they're going after the head of the whole entire organization. And this is why Jay-Z was trying to sell off CMG before his name gets even wrapped up in this whole entire thing, because they're looking at it just like how they were looking at YSL. They're looking at CMG the same way. It's a lot of songs that they were dissing Young Dolph in and saying how they were going to try to get him taken out, and then it ended up happening. So they connecting two and two together. They know that they're the last people that actually have problems with Young Dolph, and Dolph wasn't going around town trying to start no type of problems. He never tried to put money on Yo Gotti's head and nothing like that. At the end of the day, people knew that it was just business between what made Yo Gotti jealous of Young Dolph, and the baby mama issue just made it all worse. And so all of this over a female, over some money, yeah, we understand over money, but over the female is what really pushed it over the edge and got Yo Gotti emotional and angry at Young Dolph. And it's all because he couldn't keep a control over his lady and everything like that. And this is why he already even dumped. They already broke up, and now he's with Angela Simmons. And so if anybody even gets Angela Simmons' number, then he's going to try to put money on their head. And so because he knows for a fact that Angela Simmons, she's really just there to get the money out of the situation, because she's his connection in the New York space. The New York is where all Jay-Z and the Simmons and everybody is. That's basically Yo Gotti's bosses. And so he's trying to keep like the whole thing good. If Yo Gotti goes down on the RICO, he's giving half of everything. He's given his whole ownership of CMG and everything, putting it in Angela Simmons' name, so that way if he goes down for the RICO, he's not gonna have to lose all the whole companies. This is the main reason why you guys got to pay attention to what's really going on. And the fact that Big Moochie Grape got out, and he was highly upset at the fact that they still haven't solved the Dolph case. They know for a fact who did it. They're just playing the slow game because they're building up every little document, every little piece of evidence that they could get. They've already captured the fingerprints. They got the shoe prints of blacyoungsta. They already got the Skycam footage. They sold the Dolph footage of him actually at the cookie shop of the whole thing going down, but somebody from CMG bought it. And you know for a fact that Yo Gotti had to have sent one of his people down there to bet on and bid on the whole footage, because that's what's keeping them out on the streets and basically from going into the slammer right away. Once the footage comes out, everybody's gonna see what's really going on down there and who tried to cover this up and why the stories all changed and flipped like that. They asked a lot of people that was on the scene and that work at the cookie shop what happened, and they gave conflicting stories that ended up contradicting themselves. And so that's why when the feds came back around, the U.S. Marshals went and asked them what happened, and they said a whole completely other thing. This is when they got suspicious to the fact that it's something going on in that cookie shop, and that's why they locked the doors right away and refused to let any of the like forensics people come in months and months later. You got to see how they boarded up the windows so quickly, and one of the people that saw what happened inside the shop, they seen holes in the wall. It was stuff in the hallway that was going on, and it looked like somebody got tied up in the back room. And this is why once that dude saw that it looked like somebody got duct taped and rope tied on their wrist and everything like that, he knew for a fact that the chair was raised up for somebody as tall as Young Dolph to sit on. And this is when he started getting suspicious, and he was about to put in an anonymous tip, because that was Young Dolph's cousin, man. He's actually like really close to Dolph's brother, and I want to send the condolences to Young Dolph brother, Young Dolph family, and everybody like that. If you guys are rocking with Young Dolph, go ahead and put the Dolph emoji in the comment section. But once the dude seen what he saw inside the cookie shop, and he was about to call the marshals to tell him that it's a lot more to the story than what's going on, this is when somebody ends up walking him down and dropping him in broad daylight right there in front of the cookie shop. What did he see for them to do that? Because this was a big major clue that was going to give away a lot of info about what really happened inside that shop that they're hiding the footage for. Even the cookie shop cameras inside the store, they're not showing that. They trying to put that for sale, like the third party security company ADT. ADT is who set up all the cameras inside that building, inside the whole entire perimeter, and they not releasing the footage. Somebody went to them and offered them millions and millions of dollars. A lot of people are saying TMZ might have the footage and they might have passed it along to Gotti and CMG for like a lot of dollars, man. I'm talking about $1.3 million was the offer and bid for this whole entire footage. But it makes sense because you see how we see a lot of footage of a lot of stuff going down, but why is it that they won't show that footage? And the public is trying to figure out what's really going on, because they put two and two together and they found out nothing makes sense about this whole entire thing. This is why a lot of people are still trying to put their finger on what exactly happened to Young Dolph. They still trying to figure this whole thing out, and now it's all coming down to an end because a lot of the people is nowhere to hide. It's no more running anymore. The feds are right on their tail and they about to really unleash the Rico at any minute now.